Good evening. I am Richard S. McGee, and you are watching The Learning Tree. I have with me as a guest this evening, Mona Kumar.
Hello.
Hello, Mona. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Delighted to have you here with me.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine.
All right. Mona, would you tell us a little bit about who you are? How did you start out in life? Where did you come from?
Well, I'm Indian.
Okay.
And I was born in India.
Oh, all right. What part of India?
Calcutta, India. And that's the intellectual capital of India.
All right.
I was raised in 3 continents.
Mm-hmm.
But the city and the state that I was born in, we are known for our art. We are known for our literature. We are known for our music. We are known for our textile. We're not business people at all, but we are, you know, we love, you can get a PhD in microbiology, but you must have a passion for music or for art or for something or for films.
Within the arts.
Yes, yes. Yeah. All of the Nobel Prize winners and the Cannes Film Festival winners, they're all from West Bengal.
Is that right?
So it was,
What's the name again of the city?
Calcutta.
Calcutta, of course.
It used to be the capital of India during the British Raj.
Okay.
And afterwards, you know, during the division, they decided to, during or before a little bit, they moved it to New Delhi. But it's a very, I mean, even now, Calcutta, even if you go now, it has the largest number of theater groups in all of India, the most bookstores of all of India. And, you know, our films.
Really an intellectual center.
We are the intellectual capital.
Capital,
yes.
All right. Sorry, I said with a C. And tell me, how long did you stay in India before you came to the United States? And
actually,
why did you come to the United States?
Well, it's a very interesting story. So anyway, even though I have a business background,
business, okay.
I always had a passion for the arts. All my life. I don't know why. It's in my blood. You know, I would visit. I used to see when I was young, you know, how embroidery is made. I used to always see the avant-garde cinemas. The artists, I would go to their studios and pick them up and look at the painting, see how it came to life. That was it. But I went to a British medium boarding school in India. So from there, I moved to London.
How long did you stay in London?
Oh, God, about...
That was right after school?
No, this is when I was 7 years old. This is during the India-Pakistan war. My grandfather felt that I need to get out of India and go to Europe. I was already in a, you know, in a British medium school.
You and your parents moved to London?
No, by myself.
Who?
By myself.
Oh, but it's 7 years old?
Yes, I was in a boarding
school. You left India at 7 years old?
Yes,
to London?
I was actually...
How did you do that? Did someone go with you?
Of course, yes. I mean, you know, they just don't put you in a plane and say, you know, bye-bye, not an international... No. They did that. And, you know, and one thing, and then from there, I finished my high school and then came to this country for college. So, and then I got married because those are the norms of life. For
you got married after college?
A little bit before college. I actually finished college. I actually finished college after marriage, and I did my master's really when I was in my 40s. So
What's your master's in?
Digital filmmaking. It is. It's I loved it. I've
Okay.
So this is so and then I basically I finished my bachelor's. I had 2 children. Then I
Where are your children now?
Oh, my daughter is in L.A.
Is where?
She's in L.A.
L.A.
Yes.
What's she do in L.A.?
She is global head of Spotify, music
Okay.
streaming of songwriters relations. So, and my son, he's a doctor in Boston.
Where is he?
Boston. He works for his dad. He's also a doctor.
Okay.
So, but when my children were young, that I finished my undergrad, and then I said, wait a minute, they're toddlers. I still needed to learn something. I have to occupy my time. So I had a choice, either go shopping or, do the la-la thing.
All right.
But I wanted to learn dressmaking, couture. So I attended the School of Fashion Design in Newberry Street. And that's where I actually learned illustration from beginning to the end, how a couture dress is produced. And it was applied arts. I actually did it myself.
Now, this is in London?
No, this is in Newberry Street School of Fashion
Now, when
Design.
did you come to the States?
Oh, when?
Yes.
Oh, I came here in 1977.
77. Okay. Did you finish your education here?
Yes.
You get your degree and master's here?
Yes. Yes.
What school?
BU.
Hmm?
My graduate work is
Okay. All right.
BU.
So we're coming up to you. Okay. Then after you did that, you didn't go into fashion design though, did you?
No, that was just to kill time. Because what I'm trying to tell you is, we are always, as a Bengali, I'm very passionate about art, and fashion is a form of art, because you actually learn to use different materials to put a garment together. It's very interesting, Even men do it too. There was a lot of men in my class. I remember that. Okay. So, and then after
some great
that,
men designers, yeah.
Of course. Then I went to work for my husband at the time.
Now, what did your husband do?
He's a physician.
Okay.
So I helped him.
What's his practice?
Pain management.
Pain management?
Yeah, he actually helped him start the first freestanding surgery center in the Northeast. And I was working literally 6 days a week. A lot of work. It's in the beginning. Healthcare is not a matter of joke.
Was he in private practice or with an institution?
Yes. No, private practice.
Okay. In Boston.
Yes.
Okay.
So I was doing that, and then I was getting burnt out because you have 2 strong people and only 1 tiger left in the jungle. So I took a break. That was fine. So I went to school and got my degree in filmmaking. And I learned everything from beginning to the end about filmmaking. And I actually produced a documentary.
Did you? On what?
This is Between Two Worlds. South Asian assimilating in mainstream America. And it was based on an article on Time magazine. And so I took my crew to New York. I interviewed those 2 journalists.
Did you?
Yes, and and I got my own subjects, and they narrated all the way, through. It was very interesting. So that was good. And then I was called back to work, and then after that, and then meantime, I'm also a broker. Real estate broker. I always did that too. I have my hands on everything.
Who'd you work for as a broker?
Coldwell Banker.
Okay.
And so then I got divorced. Then I was in Boston. New place, I love people, so I wanted Boston. I want to live in the city. I love people from all backgrounds, all nationality. You know, for me, I feel like it fuels me, it feeds me, you know. So I moved in, I had some friends before. I got even more involved at the MFA. I was involved with the de Cordova Museum before that. And then later on, I was doing real estate. But I said, wait a minute, I need more. So I decided I needed to go into buy a business, buy an art gallery. And I looked, and there was actually one near my home in town. I live right in Boston. And of course, there were 3 owners, and 2 of them wanted to sell to me, and the other one absolutely did not want to sell to me. Because it was given to her, that 1/3 was, well, anyways. So I came to Wellesley to look at J.Todd. And I clearly remember it was July 2014. I was driving on Route 16, the ever-ending Route 16. And I kept saying to myself, no, 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 it's not going to happen. Then I met the owners at that time. I thought it was lovely. It was a little too dark for me, too stodgy. And I said, no, it's too big. I'm so sorry. So he chased me. He says, you're the only person who's fit to buy this gallery. So then I bought it in February 2015. Then I had to restructure the whole gallery. It's not a mom and pop shop. First thing I did was I had a framing specialist, because framing can make or break a painting, definitely. Then I also had a curator, and I had to train the curator how to talk to an artist, how to talk in an opening. I took him to the MFA, introduced him to all of the other curator. This is how they walk and talk, because he has a good background, but he worked for the previous owner and didn't really have any, they didn't really extract his talent, So, and I said, of course, that you also have to, a lot of the artists, they need to go on the chopping block.
As the owner of the J.Todd Gallery, how do you find the situation in Wellesley in terms of getting people interested in not only in looking at art, but in purchasing art?
Well, number one, I have a very, very strong e-commerce presence. That's number one.
Okay.
Our artwork, J.Todd had a reputation of old and stodgy. And it was, art was stacked up until, but a lot of now we have nothing but the top artist. And not only
now, where do your artists come from? Are they local?
They're primarily New England, but they have a huge following, not just in New England, but throughout the country.
Give me some names.
Oh my goodness, we have Robert Douglas Hunter. He is the Goya of New England. He used to run the Copley Society, and his students are superstar in their own rights. He's a master of still life. For Impressionist, we have John Taralek.
Okay.
He's also very well known, quite an eccentric. You'll get along with him very well. In fact, yes, he's funny. He's a master impressionist. Also Peter Rolfe. And then because we carry traditional, contemporary, and transitional. And transitional, I would say, is Michael Marinin. He is so serene. He's a contemporary artist, but his subjects are so peaceful. He does a lot of seascapes. but he's the only person who can really, you can get the sense of depth. You know, you're walking in the beach and you can see the water and you want to go towards the water, or you want to hug the clouds, or just, you know, that's the sense.
Let's talk about the difference in those three.
And then, of course, we have
not
the abstract.
Three people, but the three types.
And then we have abstract as transitional. I didn't get to
abstract.
the
What era
abstract is they have to be a good abstract artist.
Yeah.
They need to be a master at still life to understand the color composition first. Okay, not anybody can just take and throw paint like this, you know, and say, okay, this is, you know, you see so many artists, they'll just go ahead. For me, a true abstract artist, for example, is William Crosby. He's a New York artist. You know, very sharp lines. Okay. But you can tell what it is. You know, a waterfall. So you can tell, but very, very sharp lines. Okay. That's what abstract is all about. You know, it's just not throwing paints, but something has to come out of that paint. You know, some scenery. You have to show something.
I've played around with that a little bit.
You have something has to come out.
All right.
Transitional is very contemporary. It's like, for example, Michael Marinin and Holly Lombardo. Holly Lombardo, she's like an impressionist, but she's quite contemporary impressionist. She has her own, you know, so that would be Giannis Sanders. He's another transitional. They're contemporary in between abstract and traditional. That's what I call transitional. What else can I say? Then, of course, you have your impressionist that are, you know, then you have your traditional that are impressionist and still lifes that are still there. But with me, for me to answer your question, for selling is, number one, you have to have the best quality of artwork, because even a master chef can have a bad day in the kitchen. You know that. Just like a good artist.
Not going to eat the food that day.
Just like the good artist, they can have a bad day on the canvas. So it is my job. I do tell them that, and they like it, that the gallery is, you know, directing, because they've never heard of this before. I do tell them. I said, this needs work, this needs this needs that. Okay, and they actually my curator told me, oh, they don't like to hear this, because he's an artist too. So I basically challenged him. I said, you know what, I'm telling them for their own good, and watch me.
How do you go about finding your artist?
They come to us.
They come to you. And how do they manage to come to you? Is there some way that they get the message?
It's a well-known gallery.
That you're there?
It's a very well-known gallery. So in our website, we do have a submission form, or they will email us.
So you have a listing of artists, and you advertise in some sense.
Yeah, we have.
You communicate.
Exactly.
And how do you ever come to a loss for finding people, or are there any people that you turn away?
Of course.
You said that with
oh my God, I feel bad because they're all.
Yeah. I would suppose you turn them away because you don't like their art.
It's just not sellable, and it's not good. And I do tell them to, you know, I'm not the type that, I'm not a snob to say, oh, okay, you know what, with this JTodd Gallery, shoo. That's not my intention. When a new artist is coming, you know, and they want to start somewhere, give them direction. Give them direction. Don't act snobby and push them away. And so for them, I will tell them what steps to take, where to go, what to do. You know, guide them. I don't like to say, oh God, no, we only like this type, and we only, no. So they do come. You know, we tell them. They ask us many times, how do you do? And I'm like, sometimes we tell them it's not for hours, but if they tell
what
us.
What age level are we working with?
I'm sorry?
What age levels are we working with? These are older artists, younger artists, middle-aged artists?
Oh, there is no such age. There is no set age. All our artists who are in my gallery,
Yes.
they are 50s and above.
Seasoned.
They have had
Seasoned artists.
all of them extreme experience, extreme. And they're full-time artists. They're not just doing it as a hobby on the side because they have a huge following.
Would you ever gamble on a young artist?
Of course I would.
Do you have any?
Young artist, actually there is one lovely young lady. She approached me and she learned her craft in Italy. I actually met her in a restaurant bar in South End, and she was so excited that I was the owner of J.Todd Gallery.
Yes.
And so she showed me all her stuff, and I said, sure. I said, work on it. And then, come back and give me a few. I'll take a few. And I think she's in her early 30s. I said, I'll start off with 2, 3, and then, we'll see what we can do. I said, but prepare first, master it, and then come to me.
That's good. You need to do that.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they never get found.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you see some really genuine, like she has really, really gone to a lot of places to learn her craft, you want to, again, mama them a little bit and see what you can
What is your favorite phase of the art world? Which of the art types did you like, or do you like the best?
I cannot say that because my gallery carries contemporary, traditional, and transitional.
Yeah.
So, personally,
And abstract.
well, that's contemporary, falls into the abstract.
Yeah.
I honestly, I swear upon my children, I don't have a favorite because each artist that I have in my gallery, they're gifted in their own unique way. So when I look at that,
So you don't have a special school of art?
No. Just like I don't have people say, what's your favorite food? I don't have a favorite because
you don't have a favorite food?
No,
Okay.
each cuisine has their own, so I like it like that.
So where are you going to take this gallery now? Does the art move pretty well?
It's, retail is so unpredictable. It is. I'll tell you so many things about retail. Usually they say in the Wall Street or any of them, the e-retail magazines, they will say, oh, it's the highest season is September through December.
Is it?
Not necessarily. And January, February is one of their worst seasons because of all of their, snow and all that. It's so funny, not last year, the year before. September, October, November, December, it was okay. January, February, dead winter, we were slammed. People came out of the woodwork. And then this year, September, October, all of a sudden people at the last minute, they decide on gifts and all that. And I tell them, I said, because especially if you are making custom framing, you have to order way, 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 way in advance. And we tell them that, I said, in order to have Christmas delivery, you have to have it before you have to put the order in before Thanksgiving.
How long have you owned the gallery?
Almost 3 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, 2015, 16,
Well, I have a
17.
doctor that lives up over you, and I only by an instance that I discovered that you were there. I thought the guy that was the original owner was still there. I didn't know he had gone.
Yeah.
What did he do? Retire? What was his name?
Bob Totaro.
Bob. Yes. Yes, I remember Bob.
They had, it's a completely different gallery, and I like it because, you know, first people are very apprehensive. Oh, people don't like change. Oh, new owner. Now the word is, from what I understand, it's got good energy, lots of energy now, lots of, you know, spark in there, because you saw when you walked in, it was more open. And you say, you know, you have somebody saying, hi, how are you, this and that. It was too stodgy, and those are the changes that I made. I don't like stodgy. The artwork was old, the windows, they were never changed. You know, you have to be very careful, because windows, you have to give a message out to the public.
How old is the gallery now?
34 years old.
It's been there a while. Yeah. By the way, how'd you get the bird out?
I actually wore a big glove and I picked the bird out. No, there was a bird's nest on top of the front door. And my curator wanted to take it and destroy it. I said, no, don't do that. Number one, there are eggs in there. I found blue eggs. I climbed up. And I said, how would you like it? You know, all of a sudden you went out and, you know, crib, your baby was gone. And then number two, in feng shui, it's good luck. So don't do it. And so he left it, and then also I leave the door open, and the bird comes in. So he gets irritated when the bird comes in the front, and it goes in front of the artwork and the paintings. I said, never mind. I said, I'll get it out. That's all right. Yeah.
So where do you want to take this gallery? What would you like to see happen?
Well, we have a lot of e-commerce. So now I'm shipping, you know, I'm going to make it easier for the public to buy it online. And
you want to sell art online? Huh?
Yeah, it's very, you can just take it, return it. If you don't like it, return it.
Now, how do you do that? How do you go about selling art online?
Install a shopping cart.
You what?
You install a shopping cart in the, you know, there are ways to do it. I'm working on it within.
You got a lot of artwork.
Right.
How do people know what to buy online? Is there some way that you display art online so that they can see it?
Oh, no, I have a whole website. I have a whole website.
Oh, what's your website?
JTodd.com.
Oh, okay. JTodd.com.
JTodd.com.
And what do you have on your website?
Everything that I carry.
So if I go to your website, I can look at everything you've got in your store?
Yep. Either you call me up if you have, you know, just, okay, sure, I'll pack it up. Where do you live? I live in Los Angeles, California. Fine, I will ship it to you over there. I've done that. I've shipped to Hong Kong. I've shipped to London.
What's the average price of one of your pieces of art?
We have from $350 original art.
That's us.
Yes.
Okay.
To $55,000.
55.
But my median price is between $4,000 and about $35,000 to about $6,000, $4,000 to $6,000.
6,000 to 35.
Yeah, 3,500.
3,500. Okay.
Yeah.
3,500 to 6,000 or 600.
No, 3,500 to 6,000.
Okay. All right. All right. And do you go hang it?
Of course we do.
You don't, you'd go hang it.
No, I send my curator. We do, and then we you know, I suppose if we have, you know, we live in a very service-oriented, so we have a lot of services. Number one, if people want to take the artwork home to try it in their own space, they can take as many as they want, not just one. Take it and try it. Or... Oh,
you have a trial period for...
Yeah, I mean, you know...
How much time do you give a person?
A week.
A week.
A week. And then they're nice enough to let us know that, you know, we are going away, can I'm like, of course, you know, no problem. No obligation at all. Or if you are too far or whatever, then we do a virtual installation, which is you show us send us a picture of your space and the dimension, and then we'll install that, the painting, and this is what it looks like. Or if you don't like this frame on it, we put other frames on it to show.
Okay.
You know, so it's like reality. It is reality. This is what it's going to look like. And they like it. And then also, if you are completely confused, then my curator will go to your home, look at a few, you know, you have to give us a few idea of your space. Then we make recommendation. We'll you know. And of course, do we hang it? If it's a substantially large painting that they cannot hang, like we had to do one on a 30-foot ceiling, and the painting was 7 foot by 5 feet. And yes, both of my crew
That's size painting.
Yeah. Or suppose if you like a certain painting, but you wanted a different dimension. We do it. Artist, they will, and we take this is 50% done. We take our clients through it, you know.
You ever have a bad sell?
A bad sell?
Yeah, someone unhappy afterwards?
No. No.
So you have a positive experience with all of your artwork.
I do.
No one has ever said, you know, this doesn't work, take it back.
Well, I mean, you know, we already give you a grace period. You know, it's not like about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because we're giving it to you first to try it. And then, you know, you buy it and then you take another. Because art is something, you know, it's already 3 weeks off the market. You know, and somebody can come and say, oh, we like something like that, and we tell them, I'm sorry, it's not available, it's already sold. So then the other person will come back. So art, it's like an unspoken etiquette.
Okay.
That you don't exactly return art. I am willing to go at every, you know, distant length to satisfy my clients. But you cannot come back 3 months later and say, oh, by the way, I don't like that.
That's what I was asking.
No, not 3 months later. You
Have
try
you ever
returning.
had that happen?
Actually, yes. I didn't say no, but I said I would give him all kinds of other options.
But you won't take the art back.
No, I'll take that art and I'll give you, you know, return, because I've already paid the artist. I've already, you know, I mean, I can do all kinds of, but it's like buying a nice custom sofa, and then 3 months later, what are you going to do? You're going to say, okay, I want my money back. You can't take it back, not after 3 months.
My original question, though, was where do you plan to take the gallery?
Oh, my gallery, I would like to.
Are you satisfied with the things as they are now, or
I
you
want
plan
more,
other kinds of things?
More e-commerce, more online shopping. That's my next goal for this gallery. And I think because that's where things are going right now. So.
And you have it computerized, because I asked you if you had a catalog, and you said you don't, because you use your website principally.
Yes. Yeah. You don't use catalog.
And you do no advertising.
We do e-commerce advertising on the internet, but we're also advertising on the Wellesley Weston magazine, and that is only to keep. That is actually, I like to keep in touch. We're still in Wellesley, so you want to keep in touch with the community, and that is my way.
Yeah, but you live in Boston, right?
I do.
Is that a hard grind for you to back and forth to Boston?
No, no, because I take the commuter rail. It's like from South Station to
Where
Wellesley.
do you get off?
Wellesley Square.
Oh.
From South Station.
Oh,
to
you take the train. Okay,
Yeah,
commuter train. Yeah, I'm thinking T.
No.
Okay, you get off at Wellesley Square and you walk to work.
Yeah.
You walk to work, Wellesley Square?
Yeah.
Oh, that's behind the post office.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not far.
Nope.
Is that an easy ride for you?
Oh, sometimes I don't complain. I come here before, you know, I have to depend on the schedule. It works out fine, actually, because I get here before any of my employees get here.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the schedule changes, so I leave a few minutes early to jump on the train. And sometimes the train is late, but you know, it's not a problem.
Doesn't matter because you're the boss, right? You can't fire you.
But at the same token, I also have to set a good example of myself.
How many people work with you?
I have 3 people. One is a framer, and the other one is framing specialist, sales associate. She's a designer. And the other one he's my curator.
Mm-hmm. You seem to be having so much fun.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of fun, yep.
You don't, the way you're operating, you don't seem to have much time for anything else in your life.
I make time. I have to go and network and say hi. Anything that's art or real estate related.
So what are the kind of things that you do outside of work?
What? I do wine tasting. I'm in a wine club.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
If there is any art events or shows, I always like to see what's going on. In Boston, you know, here and there, they will have art events. I always like to go and check them out.
Do you do theater?
Absolutely, yes. Yes. But lately, I've not had time.
That busy?
Yeah.
Okay. How about
Because
symphony? Do you do the symphony?
The symphony?
Yeah.
Yes, few times a year. I do a ballet, definitely. I'm a patron at the ballet.
Okay.
I love the ballet. Maybe because it's across the street from me, the Boston Ballet, so that's
Is
good.
that right? Okay.
Yes.
Is there some reason you want to go to symphony twice a year? Any other special events that you go to?
I do like during the Christmas, they bring some very, very good conductors.
Okay. That's a good
Very
time.
good conductors.
That's a good
Then
time.
I will go to
So
the
what's your favorite music?
Again, like art, like food.
Like art and like food? You don't
have. I mean, the other day I was listening to 99.5, the classical, and while I was driving, they played Tchaikovsky. I just loved it, and I'm like, oh, I miss it, you know. Very, very, yeah. I don't have a favorite.
Well,
I like from jazz. I like Miles Davis.
Where do you go to hear jazz? You go to Scholars?
No, you know who's really good is at the Battery Wharf Hotel, that Fairmont in Battery Wharf in town. The Fairmont Hotel over there. In their lounge on Fridays, they have a very, very good jazz band. Very good. I really love them.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good.
So that's where you hang out
knows.
on Fridays, huh?
Well, not all Fridays, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I have a very, very large circle of friends because from the MFA, I'm also in the board of the Fashion Council at the MFA, so I have my group there. I have my art friend from the MFA. I have my European conglomerate there. Then I have my Middle Eastern friends. I have my American friends. I have a lot of people. So, you know, you kind
groups.
of one. Yes, so you cannot go one. You know, you meet somebody for a drink or for dinner. I like to meet for dinner because through eating you can get more conversation, more quality conversation, rather than just having a sip of wine and saying okay, bye-bye. because I like to talk.
You identify with any national art organizations?
Any national organizations?
Art organizations.
Art?
Yeah.
Not really, because they're
No?
not that, yeah, you don't really have to do that.
Are there such things in local?
They have. My mind is like going blank. I can't think of one. There are a couple of but those are not for galleries. Those are for artists.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
All right.
The organization.
So there are
you
no
have the
such
Copley
things for galleries,
Society.
though.
There isn't anything for galleries.
Do you visit other art galleries?
Oh gosh, yes. I have friends. I like to keep in good terms. I've known them before I owned the gallery. And a lot of gallery people, they like to be competitive, and I'm not competitive at all. You know, I like to, because life is all about relationships, whether it's in business or anything, in just, you know. And with gallery, I like to maintain a relation. Like, for example, if a client comes to us and they say they want a certain artist, and I will, if other gallery has it, I will get it from them.
Are you the only art gallery in Wellesley? I thought there was another one.
There are, yeah.
There are?
There is two. There are small ones.
Where are they located?
One is on Grove Street, which is like very small, and the other one on Church Street. But they're mainly framing.
Church Street, no.
Yeah, they do framing.
Okay. So you're
we have the largest framing.
You're the it.
Yeah, we have the largest framing, largest variety of art, which is about 1,000 artists. And we have the largest variety of custom framing.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you accepted my invitation.
Thank you.
Yeah, this has been a very pleasant experience.
Thank you, sir.
And what would you like to leave with my listening audience about you and your gallery and the town of Wellesley?
You know, first, I wasn't sure about the town of Wellesley, if I would fit in or not, and people are going to, I was like really scared, like a little girl, like nobody.
Why was that?
I don't know, I thought they were going to be snobby with me, but they're the most wonderful people. I love all my clients. I love them because, you know, I do tell them, I'm like, you know, come in just to say hi, and I really mean it. Just come say hi.
Right.
They're really nice people. And, you know, they talk about their son or their travel or their daughter or, you know, their family or wine. One of my clients owns a vineyard. He's so nice. The family, husband and wife, they live in Wellesley. So I would always say that I'm very, very proud to be here. Definitely come into our gallery. Come and say hi to Mona. You know? Meet me in person.
Right.
You know, definitely. And if, of course, in any way we can be of service to the public, we'll be happy to.
Well, that's very nice. That's very nice. Well, I think we've pretty much covered a lot of ground.
Thank you.
A lot of Mona.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope everyone enjoys what we've been discussing. And to Mona, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for looking in on us. I am Richard S. McGee, and I would like to say good night to you.